Alright, so I'm back, and today is going to be the start of Grimlock week. So for the first episode, I'm going to show off all of them in Dino mode together, and then in the last review, I'll show them all in Robot mode together. So, we will be taking a couple re-reviews, or a few. So one of which is going to be the Generations Fall of Cybertron Grimlock. I got a new workstation, so I'm kind of still gauging where I can put things. And along with him, we will also be taking a look at the Platinum Edition version. Now, I will review those both at the same time. I'm not going to do one review for each of those guys. We'll also do a re-review of the this is Henkai or whatever you want to call it, version of the Classics Grimlock mold. And then, of course, you know, no Grimlock re-review would be complete without the Masterpiece Grimlock. Even all the way in the back, he's still too tall for this camera. So, I apologize for the little side things right over here and over here. Yeah, I've got this camera zoomed all the way out, so you won't have to see that very often. But anyway, we will also take a look at the reissue of the Energon Grimlock. And Age of Extinction Grimlock. So we'll have 5 different Grimlocks over the course of the week. I was going to get more, but I didn't really want to spend any money on the animated Grimlock. And he's really... I think there's an Alternators one. And other than them, there's really nothing else with Grimlock, I don't think. Oh, there's a Beast Wars one and the G1 one. I'm not going to spend the money to track these things down. These are the ones that are more available. I mean, Masterpiece just got reissued. The movie one you can find anywhere. The Energon one is now at Toys R Us. This guy's cheap on eBay, and then these guys are pretty easy to find. So, they're the more relevant ones. And all of these, with the exception of Platinum, is actually on loan from my little brother, because he's a major Grimlock fan, and he was really disappointed with the movie. So, just to let you know, he really did not like how Grimlock turned out there. So, to start things off, we'll get these guys all out of the way, and we are going to start with the movie Grimlock. So, here he is in his Dino mode, if you want to call it that. It's not a T-Rex. This big lump, I don't think T-Rex had those big lumps on their back. The tail's wonky. You can remove this and have like a shorter tail, but even then it's still wonky. It is pretty accurate to the screen, physically wise. Paint wise, everyone said that these guys are a little off, so yeah. He's a thing of sorts. I don't really know what else to talk about with this mode. Anyway, posability. His arms are on ball joints and they're cut in the middle, so they can kind of go in, out, up, down, all around. pretty good range of motion there. The hips are on double swivels, so up, down, in, out. There is a swivel at the thigh, bends at the knee, gets a little bit of a foot tilt due to transformation. Nothing at the toes, and the heel support can kind of move. So yeah. Oh, and the head can look up. Top portion of the head. The jaw is stationary, and it's spring loaded, so it'll always go back to this position. So all depends on how you want to do it. And then you can press this button right here, and he's got some chomping action. So yeah. I guess, yeah, let's get right into transformation. Let's not dilly-dally around. So to transform him, first thing you want to do is take these legs here and just kind of move them down. Get them kind of out of the way here. Zoom this out a little bit. And hopefully my new lighting that just came in is helping out a lot to reduce shadows and such. Then you want to pull the arms out like so. Take the head here and you split it down the middle. And let's see here. Okay. Pull this piece up, right? Pull this piece up, yeah. Then you should, no? Still no? Okay. Alright, so straighten the legs down like this. And then you fold these little side panels here. They fold up, and there's a little notch right here that will launch into that slot right there. And then you take the arm, fold it down. Do the same thing over here. Fold it down. So like so. And then you take this piece right here, fold this up. This rotates down. The whole assembly will just kind of peg into place. It's not it's not a tight click, but it holds pretty well. All right. Now you take this piece here. Now you should be able to split the head like so, and then this piece here will feed through the neck joint. Take this and it comes up like so, and that's there's two little notch pegs right here and right here that will slide into these slots behind the shoulders. So just do that, lock it in. Then you take his hand here, fold the claw up, take this, rotate it around all the way, and then this notch right here will peg into that slot right there, just like so. Do the same thing over here. And then you straighten the feet out. And then here you have the movie Grimlock in robot mode. Now, he is a different paint scheme than the regular retail. He is the one that comes with the reissue of the Energon Grimlock. So he is a little different than what you would normally get, which, you know, I'm okay with. I like this paint scheme a little bit better. I believe it's got more black on it than the retail one does. So, but yeah, I think he looks really cool. A lot of people are saying they look like knights, and that's, you know, that's fine and dandy. But I used to play Warhammer, and to me, this guy looks much more like a Chaos Warrior. The spikes, the horns, the just massiveness of him. Plus, he does have this big mace that he can hold sideways. And you can rotate the hand if you want to, but you unpeg the foot, and then you can have this big mace thing. which you can't really wield like a weapon. A lot of people have said that, but it's true. He cannot hold this like a true weapon because the handle's on wrong and his arms are wonky. So yeah, let's do some size comparisons and then we'll do posability. So here he is next to the Seeker mold. And I'm using Acid Storm because I'm trying to sell the other Seekers, so they're all packed up. So you can see he comes up to about mid body on Grimlock there. So he's definitely a good sized Voyager. And here he is next to the Voyager Optimus Prime. And he's just a little taller than Optimus. He looks a lot bigger in the camera, but in person, Optimus really he comes up right here. So he's just got more shoulder bulk in that spike in the middle. That's what's making him look bigger. And he's kind of more lanky too, so he's more spread out, whereas Optimus is more coherent robot. And just for shits and giggles, because I really like this figure and I want to throw him in wherever I can, here he is next to the iGear Starscream. You can see he comes up about to the top of the horn. But you can definitely see he's got more mass to him than he does. So. And if you guys don't have this guy yet, I have to say, why? Just why? Posability. His head is on a... looks like just a swivel. It does have a little hinge in there, so it can kind of look down and not really up, but it does look left and right. Shoulder is on a double swivel. There's a swivel at the bicep, bends at the elbow. Hands is on a swivel, but when you do that, the whole foot assembly comes undone. So he is stuck in that whole gorilla pose thing, but you don't have to. You could go like that if you wish. Nothing at the waist. Hips are on double swivels, so up, down, in, out. There's a swivel at the thigh. Everything gets in the way on that. Bends at the knee. He's got a ankle break. And I don't think anybody's really figured out why he has that. And the foot does pivot. It's really loose unless you get it into a locked position, which is either this or this. There's no in between. It's this or this. So it's not really much of a posability joint. Yeah, all in all, I think he's cool. If you're down with the movie figures, then you know he's probably going to be a must for you. And I actually did enjoy this figure quite a bit before the movie, and now that I've seen the movie, I kind of hate it. He represents the character on screen pretty well in both modes, but in reality, the Dino mode doesn't look quite right, and the Robot mode does not. It doesn't sit well with me that much. I mean, that's a really skinny waist, and it's kind of off-putting. So. All in all, I would say 6 out of 10. He's decent. He's not terrible. I mean, I've seen much worse movie figures in my life. But he's not great either. He's not one of those like the Dark of the Moon Shockwave. You know, that guy was just good on so many levels. It didn't matter if you were happy with movie figures or not. That figure was a good figure. But this one is, I mean, if you're not into the movie lines and you're not an avid Grimlock collector, I'd say pass. It's this whole Age of Extinction thing will pass soon, I hope. But yeah, he's, like I said, I mean, I kind of got a taint of the movie because I really liked him before I watched the movie. Now I've seen the movie, it's kind of meh. So, I don't know. There you go. Age of Extinction, Toys R Us exclusive, Grimlock.